portability meets good range and performance. How good is this compared to the popular ones? Let's find out! Hey, welcome to Tech4All channel. My name is Michael, and this is a brand new scooter, actually the first one I review from the company Eleglide, and it's called S1 Plus. You know, there's a stamp here down below, and really these are my totally first impressions. The odometer is still at 0 km/h, and I feel like the body height is pretty good, rather comfortable so far. You know, about the rest, we're gonna find out. I just believe this one is yet another white label, and all about the specs, my initial impressions and the performance in this video. I'd like to show you the Eleglide S1 Plus, which I believe is among the best buys in the range of $400, and we would like to see whether it offers smooth riding experience, satisfying performance, and provides long enough range. Because of this, I've put it through my regular cycles of testing, just as I did for many other scooters this year, and by the way, you can check all of these reviews on the channel. Riding an electric scooter is usually less harmful to the environment as opposed to driving a car, and can easily spare you a lot of time from staying stuck in traffic jams. And also, in most countries, it can travel for free or at a very small fee in the subway or public transportation. So, unboxing. There are two S1 editions. Both of them have identical construction and very common design, with exception for the color on the Eleglide logo. The S1 Plus is the edition with a larger battery, which we are testing throughout this episode. Capacity difference is quite a thing, 12.5 Ah versus 8 Ah. Given the fact the extra battery capacity increases the weight of just half of a kilo, choosing the Plus is a no-brainer in my opinion. Furthermore, the price difference is around only $50 at the time making this video. Unpacking the device feels similar to most other scooters that we have unboxed through the year. It's well protected for transportation and not too heavy. At the first sight, design looks nice, apparently foldable, and very little setup time that you need to spend mounting the control board on the handlebar. It should take you no more than 10 minutes. It's a good moment to share with you that the way the protective folio looked and felt when removing it, my guess is that this scooter has spent some time under direct sunshine, or simply Eleglide have used a very cheap looking material as transportation folio. The same feeling I got from the bubble folio that is covering the wires. No sign of material weakening on the scooter itself though, which is the most important thing. As first impressions, I could share construction is solid. The foldable design of the handles is a great idea, which I've always appreciated because it makes the scooter much more transportation friendly and is going to occupy less space in the car trunk as compared to a Mi scooter, for instance. Before the first ride, good idea to charge the battery to full. The Plus edition is going to take around 8 hours. Also, check the tire pressure. This scooter has pneumatic tires, so maintaining them at good shape is going to pay off with longevity. There always is the possibility of getting a puncture, but part of the game, you know. Before showing you the actual performance, let's talk about the expectations, which we can set by getting to know about the tech specs. The scooter is powered by a 400-watt motor in the rear wheel, has a 12.5 mAh battery, maximum speed of 24 km/h, supports payload up to 120 kilos, 10-inch pneumatic tires, front shock absorber, adjustable height, digital display, easy-to-use one-key folding mechanism, and total weight of close to 16 kilos. So, decent. Especially given the price point, if this scooter performs well, it may be a great deal and you may decide to choose it over some of the best sellers from Xiaomi and Segway. If I may say a few words about my initial impressions, the magnesium alloy body seems to be durable. I feel like the base of the scooter is quite solid. Sadly, it's not suitable for riding on rainy days, since it is only IPX4 water resistant, meaning that riding on drizzling day for a while is okay, but for prolonged periods of time, it may lead to a failure. The adjustable height is a great feature, something that enables more family members to use it on a regular basis. I've had some concerns about the braking, which we'll address in a moment. Right now, I want to share that due to the design, this setup may not be compliant with regulations in countries like Germany. Also, another component, the suspension. Having had poor experience with cheap ones, I was curious to see the situation with the Eleglide S1 Plus. The feeling of riding is actually good. after tightening some of the mechanisms, I've reached smooth and quiet operation. There is some jingling noticeable when you go over some bumps, but a lot better than what I expected. The front suspension is mostly a marketing gimmick, probably comes handy only for larger bumps, preventing you from losing control over the scooter. I think the 10-inch tire size is a great choice and something that right now feels like the sweet spot for most urban scooters. The motor is also a pleasant surprise. I don't think it feels like a 400-watt one though. It is more comparable to the Mi Scooter 3 series, but let's say it's okay for maintaining the promised top speed of 24 km per hour. If you wonder about the range, with my weight of close to 90 kilos with a backpack, it's more realistically going to be around 30 kilometers, but given the colder weather outside, the scooter has actually excelled the belt range, and if you're looking for a cheap electric scooter with some really decent battery endurance, S1 Plus is definitely to be considered. Folding is also easy, feels reliable at this stage. It's gonna be more interesting how things feel after some months to find out whether the mechanisms are going to feel loose or not. No indication to expect such a thing at this stage though. I want to give you a closer look at the display and the components nearby. First of all, the key. This is extra safety measurement. Takes it much harder for someone to simply steal the scooter by riding it. And the display is well visible in daylight. You can probably well recognize this controller, really popular among most cheaper Chinese scooters. Good for us, you have access to the configuration mode. For instance, you may enable or disable cruise control or to stop the kick feature so that Eleglide S1 Plus can start acceleration from a standpoint. That's really important for some people that don't feel comfortable with the kickstart procedure, but is also going to consume more battery. 3 speeds. Easy to change them while you're riding, real-time speed information, battery status. The equipment that you have serves you really good as a dashboard and is good enough in my opinion. On the other side, we have the brake handle and the horn and the front light buttons. Eleglide have decided to not integrate the light in the button functions, which is a little misleading given the fact that you can see indication for light. However, the system is entirely independent, being controlled only from the dedicated button. Now, I think it's obvious, riding feels good, so let us talk about the possible drawbacks. Pneumatic tires, they contribute to the overall comfort, but also imply the possibility of punctures. The not too modern display, the front light performance, and I tend to criticize the braking system. It has 2 components, the motor brake plus the disc brake. However, both of them are in the rear wheel, and if the road is wet or your speed is simply too high, you can easily slip. Generally, with single motor setups, it's hard to find the ideal balance. Keeping the motor in the rear wheel has its pros and cons, and while braking with the Eleglide S1 Plus is clearly a lot better as compared to other devices I've tested this year like iScooter V11, it could have been even better than that. So in the end, with all the positive and the negative sides, this scooter is one of the best deals ever, featuring most of the best 2021 trends and maintaining very attractive price. I'm not sure for how long this price is gonna stay that low, given the shortage of many components, but if you're not afraid to try a no-name brand, likely using a rebranded white label and providing questionable warranty terms, the Eleglide S1 Plus is among the first choices I would think of. In the meanwhile, let me see what your opinion about it is. Are these tech specs good enough to convince you, or you better pay $100 more for a Mi Scooter 3? Comment below. Also, if you look to get a new scooter, check some of our other reviews. As usual, link to the scooter itself together with the best discount I managed to find for you is accessible from the video description. Thank you so much for watching this review till the end, and make sure to show me your support by subscribing or rating the video. I'm Michael, about to test a lot more gear for you in the coming weeks. Take good care, and see you soon. Bye!